Welcome to the first full week of Data-Driven Decisions. I'm coming to you live from the comfort of my office, and we're going to ask a pretty simple question this week. What is data? I mean, if you think about it, this is a foundational question to ask before we can talk about data-driven decisions in a business context. We have to answer the question, what is data? And so we're taking a little philosophical journey this week and next week to answer, or rather to look at how people have answered that question historically. And so what we're going to do this week is read about positivism and post-positivism as ways of looking at quantitative data. But not just at like statistical analysis and how do we do it, but what is the fundamental belief about reality and about human beings' interaction with reality that is best captured and encapsulated and represented by numerical expression. We have to understand why that is, because that's the context we live in our world today. What is the data? Show me the data. We quite often mean numbers, but that reflects a specific view of the world, a belief about reality and the way that we interact with it. So we're going to explore that. That is going to involve a host of readings. You will see on the page here, they are listed there, and you should probably do them in the order in which they are listed. You don't have to do them in that order, but I have arranged them in that list there, sort of with that sequence in mind of introducing ideas and then building into more specifics. We will be doing everything from reading overviews to the actual source text. That's another joy of doctoral studies, is that we are not going to read so much the summaries of things, but we will read the sources themselves as often as we possibly can. And we're going to interact with those readings in a couple different ways. The primary way this week is that we have a discussion forum that I want you to do. An important note about the discussion forums in this class: they are not graded. You are not graded on this discussion forum. You could choose not to participate in the discussion forum if you want to. I recommend not doing that simply because that's not what doctoral students do. Doctoral students dive in and dig in and get deep and don't do things because they're assigned to them, but do things because they are hungry for the knowledge and they are invested in their own education. That being said, it is your choice. I'm not trying to passively aggressively guilt you into anything. Sometimes life comes up and you're busier than normal in a given week. But the discussion forums are there for you to make sense of your knowledge, to practice using vocabulary you've been learning, to practice using the terms, and to interact with each other and with me in meaningful ways around these rather complicated ideas. So for this week's discussion forum, I have a series of videos that are on the Discovery page here. I want you to do the readings and then watch the videos. And then I've asked a series of questions in the discussion forum about the videos in light of the readings. So this is an important point. You can't do the discussion forum until you've actually read all of the material. That being said, maybe read the discussion forum questions first, and then do the readings and then watch the videos. And then do them. The questions I have on there are not exhaustive, and they are designed really to start a conversation. If you have a better question in mind or a better insight that you want to raise, go for it. You are not limited to nor bound by the questions that I have put up there. They are simply intended to start us off. But if there's a different direction we go, that's okay. The other thing we're doing this week is a Zoom meeting. Normally we will not have a discussion forum and a Zoom meeting in the same week. This is the only week that's happening, and it's simply so that we can meet face-to-face one time at the beginning, iron out if there are any difficulties, etc., etc. And then from this point on, we'll have Zoom meetings on the even-numbered weeks, so week 4, week 6, week 8, week 10, and we'll have discussion forums on the odd-numbered. With the exception of week 2. I'm not going to have a Zoom meeting next week because we're having one this week. But if you can look at the syllabus and you can see the schedule, or you could scroll ahead in Discovery and see it as well. As always, if you have any questions, please email me. I am happy to meet via email or even schedule a one-on-one Zoom meeting with any one of you at any point in time if you need it. So I guess that is all I have to say for this week 1 overview. Enjoy reading about positivism and post-positivism. I think this is fascinating stuff, and I remember when I learned about this, it sort of changed the way that I saw my relationship with data. And so I hope it proves instructive for you as well, and I look forward to seeing you in our Zoom meeting. One other thing I've forgotten, I've scheduled a Zoom meeting at this point in time for, it's scheduled for Thursday at 3 o'clock, and I am not convinced that's the best time. So this initial meeting we'll do at that time, but from this, when we meet, we will talk about what is the best time of day, etc., to do Zoom meetings. I just have to get one on the schedule. If I hear from a number of people that 3 o'clock simply does not work, then I'll reschedule. But please let me know as soon as possible so that we can adjust that if we need to. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you.